Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack, and today is another smallish set review. Actually, the part count for this Bugatti Chiron is only just a few pieces less than the bigger Star Wars set that we had yesterday. Well, not that big, but it's almost the exact same part count. It's 181 pieces. The thing sells for $15 in the States, €15, or 13 pounds. So part to price ratio is a little bit above average. But there's only one minifig. We've got our special, just our Bugatti Chiron driver. And yeah, this is part of the new 2017 wave of Speed Champion sets, and I think it's one of the slightly more anticipated ones. I think this, well, the smallest kind you can get, but the smallest Speed Champion sets actually work out pretty well because it's just a cool car. That's all it is. That's all you need. And I guess that's it for an introduction. Let's move it on down to here. Should be pretty quick. I did have my cutter here, but this is a thumb open. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And here we go. So it's kind of amazing to think that something that, like, yesterday we had it was a play structure. It had two different action functions, and yeah, it had a bunch of things. It was a much larger sort of area, and I think this is only maybe 20 pieces less or something. Almost the exact same. No numbered bags, as you can see, by the way. I think it makes up 3 bags here. One of these little rim wheels bags, and the body that is out in the open. These are all the stickers. It looks like they're all clear, and I'm kind of torn about clear stickers because usually your fingerprints kind of get stuck underneath the sticky part, and then forever you have a little bit of fingerprint left sort of permanently on your build. So I'm not a big fan of the clear stickers, but anyways, let's get this thing started. Oh yeah, and this is the worst fold. This is the worst fold you can get in a manual. Look at that thing. Look at that. You kidding me? You gotta like bend it perfectly backwards. And then, yeah, it canceled itself out sort of well. Alright, let's get this thing open. And I'm pretty sure the manual is going to tell me to organize by color, but I'm not going to do that today. I think I'm just going to move it around, sort of. Oh! Actually, you know what? As we're building, we did get a question on the super chat, I think after I logged off, and I didn't see it until later. But this is a question from Clone Commander GT86. He asked on the super chat, gave us a donation. Thank you very much for the donation, Clone Commander GT86. And he asks, if you were a minifigure, who would you be? Which is a pretty interesting question. It's not like, what's your favorite? What would your sig fig be or something like that? If you were an actual minifigure, what minifigure would you be? Would you be Mr. Gold? Would you be, I mean, I'm considering just choosing like my favorite Jedi or something. But let's be real, I'd probably be Batman. But then which Batman minifigure would you be? There's only like 50 of these guys. Sorry, can't really see what's, there we go. So, to answer your question, Clone Commander, I would say I would be Batman, but specifically, and this has nothing to do with the Batman vs Superman movie, because I wasn't really a big fan of that movie, but the minifigure for Batman, the Dark Knight, that came from that set with the armor and the glow-in-the-dark head, and just like everything, he had some really awesome accessories and stuff. He's one of my favorite Batmans. I'd say I'd be that minifigure because he seems like one of the best versions of Batman, and certainly one of the better ones for fighting. I mean, heck, he did pretty good against Superman. So if I had to be any minifigure, I'd probably be that Batman. Or maybe Excalibur. He's also looks pretty ready for battle with the heavy armor and just a gigantic sword. Alright, so we got the minifigure done. And a few traffic cones. It's not the first time that traffic cones were the alternate accessory. I kind of wish they come with more, though. Last time they came with 3. I can't remember which set that was from a couple years ago. And this time, yeah, again, they just come with 3 cones. I feel like it wouldn't be that much trouble to add 10 cones. Is that too much to ask? 10 traffic cones for a little Speed Champion set like that? At least there you could kind of make an obstacle course if you didn't have any of their racing sets. That's my personal opinion. But anyways, yeah, so you get three extra little cones, that's it. Sometimes you get a camera. I like it when you get the little camera on a stand piece, because that's a pretty versatile piece that you can usually put into anywhere else in your city, or pretty much fits into any situation with, or you could get it to fit in any situation if you really wanted to. But all right, here we are, we're moving through. This should be a pretty quick one now. I'm thinking that this is going to be one of the faster builds. Sorry, my screen of me in the corner sometimes blocks the build that I'm making. There we go. And that matches up pretty well. I have a feeling we're doing the same thing on the other side. All right. So here we go. Let's get a couple of these things in here. All right. So how are you guys today? I hope things are going well. I know things are going well here in the studio. Weather is nice once again, and it looks like it's going to be nice in San Diego for at least a few days now. Several sustained days without some sort of massive downpour, which I was not expecting. Being new to this area, was not expecting things to be quite as wet and wild as they are, but it really is a lot that's coming down in the last few days. So let's move this around. All right. So yeah, this is going to be a much faster build, I have a feeling, than the original, than what happened yesterday, even though the part count is almost exactly the same. Let's move it on down, and I can see, I can see some of the new parts that were new, that I first saw from, there it is, that I first saw from when we built, what the heck other one? Oh yeah, the Ford GT set. Remember the Ford GT set that we built last week? There was one new mold that I saw there, and now I'm seeing it again in this build. Which of course, like I said, I think I said during that episode, once you start seeing new pieces, you're like, hey, that's a brand new piece. Then you're probably going to see it again really, really quick. And lo and behold, here it is again for this particular build. So that I keep on wanting to hit the side arrow when I'm building, because I was building for like 7 hours with Mike when we did the assembly square. I was building so long, and I was using a PDF file that I just, what the heck? This thing keeps on wanting to flip around. That is annoying. Okay. I was building for so long with the PDF file that I just couldn't. Oh, wait a second. I need one more of these. I wanted to hit the side arrow just now when I was doing stuff. I was like, hey, let me just. Oh, wait a second. I'm not using a PDF file anymore. Here we go. Okay. Dang it. Got the wrong wing wedge piece. So here we are building the back. All right, the Bugatti Chiron. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't this like the most expensive car nowadays? Do they make a more expensive car than the Bugatti Chiron, or is this the most expensive? You know, there's Lamborghinis and there's Ferraris and there's all kinds of, you know, incredibly awesome and expensive, crazy looking cars out there. But I think this actually takes the cake. I think this is the most expensive car. In reality, this is the most expensive car that you can get. Somebody confirm that. Is this the most expensive car on the market? I think it is. I heard that like each wheel is like $20,000 or something. Basically, one of the wheels on this car, just the tire, would cost more than like your standard Honda Civic, I think. I think that's how it goes. Don't quote me, but I'm feeling pretty confident about that statement. Bam, here we go. Come on. But it's a pretty reasonable price out of Lego, so that's good. Yeah, $15 for 181 pieces. Not bad. Not bad at all. I kind of like that we're building this whole section just in completely different parts. think this is the back that we're just building up entirely on our own, and then we're just gonna sort of plop it on one at a time. And that kind of keeps everything pretty solid. Here we go. Oh wow, there's so many little stud pieces here. I think this is to sort of illustrate some sort of suspension in the back, but I can't be entirely sure. Okay, so we're building up a lot of black pieces. This is mostly black actually that makes up the set. It looks like it's got a lot of blue. It does have a lot of blue, but I have a feeling a lot of the internal pieces are much darker. So yeah, as you build this thing, interesting. All right, so there it comes. There's the back portion, and we're still building it up. Just all detail. See, that's why this thing has almost as many parts as what looked like a much larger set yesterday. Yesterday with the battle. What is it? Duel on Naboo. That thing looked way bigger, but it really is pretty much the same size as this. But the duel on Naboo, like they were really cutting down as many parts in as many places as possible. There's just that raw bone structure on the underside that activated the lasers, and same thing with the jumping feature with the catapult. That thing just rested there. It wasn't even plugged into any studs, and that was because they really. Ooh, what the heck? What is this rubber band for? Are we gonna have some suspension in here? Hey, Turtle Pebbles! Turtle Pebbles is in the house. Also sent us a super chat donation. Thank you for the donation, Turtle Pebbles. Always glad to see familiar faces within the chat. I'm actually recognizing a lot of faces in the chat out here. You can always ask a question too with the donation. And by the way, if you guys do want to donate and like ask a question and see if it pops up on the screen, sometimes I'm worse about checking the chat function. Mike's a lot better about that, and I'm always just like staring down at the actual Lego build. But if you guys do have a question that is just burning and you're like, I need to ask this, make sure to check the frequently asked questions, the FAQ, in the video description below. Because, okay, oh, look at that. What is this rubber band for? Is that just, I think it's just detailing. Look at that. Interesting. I'm going to show you guys close up sort of what all of this stuff looks like when it comes to that at the end. So right now is all about making sure to get this thing as close to the final product as possible. So I'm not just doing a live stream for 6.5 hours like I was before. So, bam. Let's move this on in. Here we go. Here we go. The Bugatti Chiron. Did we confirm, by the way? I was looking up to see if anybody knows. Is this like the most expensive car out there? I think it is. I think it's over $500,000 or something. Or yeah, right? Over $500,000, something like that. Pretty nuts. Here we go. Now we're finally getting into the blue. Here we go. Nice blue highlights coming in. I really do like the color combination that they chose for this car, though. It's just like the original. Oh, so this must be the front. I am building up the front. Okay. It is just like how, because the Bugatti has sort of like some of their more standard or stock paint styles, and this is like their featured one with the black in the back and the blue in the front, and it's separated through that really sort of iconic air intake that I'm actually just building the archways for right now. Pretty sweet. All right, and bam, this is looking sweet. All right. I'm glad we got. Yeah, this was one of the sets that I was looking forward to a bit more in the Speed Champion sets. I'm also looking forward to that the Ferrari testing site one. That one that's got the new Ferrari, but it's also in the test chamber where it's set up, and there's the fan, and it's kind of set up on the sort of the aerodynamic testing thing to see where they have the string or the smoke, and they blow it across the top of the car to see how well it's sort of resisting the air, or how well it's cutting through the air. It doesn't want to resist it so much. It wants to get around it. That does look, that's just a unique set. Oh, hey, we just got a $5 donation from Turtle Pebbles. What do you know? What do you think of the Pirates of the Caribbean trailer? The Jaguar D-Type is 2 million. Oh, is 21 million US dollars. Okay, so there we go. That's a two-parter. The Jaguar D-Type is $21 million, so I'm going to say considerably more than the whatchamacallit, than what we're building right now, the Bugatti Chiron. And then to answer your question, I haven't seen the Pirates of the Caribbean trailer yet. I'll have to get back to you after I watch it. I mean, I saw a teaser for it, but I don't. If there's like a full trailer out, I did not see that one. Oh, it came out yesterday? See, I was distracted with the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 second trailer, because that one looked awesome. So, I'm going to have to, I will answer your question, Turtle Pebbles. I can't answer it now because I don't know. I do not know because I did not see it. It's kind of crazy, though, that they're getting Johnny Depp back for yet another Jack Sparrow role. I know fans are going to be super stoked about that. This one goes, yeah, it goes right in. Wait, is there another space here that I'm not seeing? Oh yeah, it does have another space. That's what's going on. Okay. Yeah, okay, so the Jaguar D-Type is 21 million USD. How is that even possible?
That's a 1955 car from Le Mans. It's like a collectible.
Oh, 1955.
It's like
oh.
a production car, so
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So the collectibles, yeah, okay. Then if we're including collectibles,
Chiron is the most expensive, like, serially produced car.
okay, yeah, that's sort of what I meant. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you get into those crazy collectible cars, you got cars that are like, I mean, I don't even know. What's the name of that famous car show that they have every year? And they, yes, yeah. And it's sort of this competition that they have where they kind of show off like the best of the best sort of hyper-maintained ancient cars. And they're all those ancient, BMW, like sort of like those Cruella de Vil cars from, 101 Dalmatians. And each one of those cars is like, they're priced at some insanely high price, but they're almost like priceless themselves. They're like pieces of history. You know what I'm saying? They like, and guys will bring their cars from all over the world to showcase there, and they have sort of like a best in show competition.
Probably JLM has most of them.
Yeah, and they have like yeah. They probably have like a best in show competition, but anybody who wins the best in show, like they're always from cars that are like early 1900s, like late 1800s, like cars that you can't even get, you couldn't possibly get anymore, and there's a finite amount that are even left in good condition. Pretty insane though, but they have them all polished up and chromed and everything, and maintained with special oils that aren't even produced anymore because they're made back over 100 years ago and stuff like that. Like really insane stuff. Pretty cool though. I remember saying, oh yeah, I wanted to hit the side arrow key instead of just turn the page on the manual. I messed myself up. I've got like my muscle memory from 7 hours of building still wants to just hit the arrow key. Fortunately, the arrow key doesn't like mess with the stream. That'd be too bad. I'm just like accidentally hit quit the stream. I'm like, oh, I just wanted to turn the page on the manual. All right. Let's move on through. Nice. So this is building up the back portion. Quite a lot. Oh, this is sweet. Okay, finally, yeah. So we're getting these parts. I'll show you. Well, I might as well just show you now. This is a new piece that came out just with the Speed Champion sets recently. It's curved. Let me hold it this way. Can you see that? Dang it, it's blurring out if I put my hand here. Yeah, so it's curved in this way, and it's sleek on the top. We have basically, it's basically this piece here, actually, just with the tooth sort of cut out. See? So this is a pretty standard piece. Focus. Yeah, so this is your standard normal piece, and then this is the new one. So it's still got the same shape from side to side. It's just toothed out. So that's cool. I think that that's a piece that actually works pretty well. And then as we put them in, we just it just creates a little bit of a sleeker angle that kind of shoots in. And on the last build, we only got it in blue. And the reason why I just showed you now is because it's in black for this set and in blue. So that's new. This is new. We got it in black for the first time for this set. So that's something to take account for. And what the heck? So we just built this around. What the heck? Okay. All right. Anyways, we're putting some lightsabers now into. Whoa. Yeah, this is a good build. Yeah, look at that. Okay, I'll show you guys up close what I'm doing. But yeah, here's the exposed engine, or part of it at least. And that's kind of cool. So we're going to be covering that up, but you're going to be able to see these lightsaber pieces as part of the engine. What is going on in the comment section, guys? I see like everything there was just deleted comments. Like every single one was a deleted comment. I mean, I don't know what's happening. Maybe you guys are. Maybe there's a lot of spammers. You don't have to delete. I mean, jeez. Okay. I don't think I went through the comments last stream, so if anything weird was happening, I didn't go through. Okay, interesting. What is going? Oh, I see. Okay, there's an arm in there that I sort of set up. Oh, whoa. Huh. Look at that. It's like a little fin. I mean, I don't think that's going to be able to move around. I don't think that's going to keep its posability. I think you're just going to keep that down and we're going to build over it. Very clever connection, though, regardless. All right. Let's get in this way. And what is happening? Yeah, we're about to cover this over, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yep. So he's coming in that way, and we have a couple of these. Unfortunately, you can't see a lot of that black detailing as much just because of the way the light is set up, and the streaming camera isn't quite set up to pick up these deeper blacks. But it should work out pretty well, I think. We're starting to actually round off towards the end of the build, I think. We're definitely over halfway. So let's get this in here. All right, yeah, we're building up the back portion. And I prefer this 6-stud wide build more than any of the other previous iterations that we've gotten from Lego Speed Champions or Lego City or any of the Marvel stuff. I think 6 wide just works the best. It looks great in a city, and it also just, yeah, it just scales better. Ooh, nice. There it is. We just rounded off the back. The back is, look at that. It's all smooth, no studs, all curves, and there we go. We've got some exposed bit of engine. Don't worry, I'll show you guys more. And there's that red rubber band piece that's used just for detailing, which is pretty much unheard of. I mean, since when? Oh yeah, let's put that spoiler on. Nice. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, this was a good choice. I'm glad I came into work today. Here we go. Nice. What? We're putting stickers on this thing? It comes with a special print on the top, and we're putting stickers in. That's an odd situation, but I think this will ultimately benefit the look, so let's put this on. Here we go. Yeah, oh, I see why they're all clear. I see why they decided to use clear stickers instead of colored ones, and that's because they're supposed to match up. they're supposed to match up with the actual build here. So here we go. Let's get this thing attached. Oh, what? Okay, I see how this is going to go. This black part should be matching up with the bit of the black top here, so there isn't any little space. Yeah, it should look like that. There we go. It's kind of a very careful thing. If you look really close, there's sort of a black edge. There's sort of a black edge on here, so you have to make sure that the sticker that has also this black edge, that there isn't a space between them, because the whole point here is to kind of have them sort of elongate that. So if you kind of have to have the sticker a little higher towards the top than you normally would. There we go. All right, nice. That was an odd one. It's weird that it's got a custom print. I'm pretty sure this is an exclusive print just for the cockpit piece for the Chiron, and they had to put a set of stickers on a custom print already. So that just feels a little strange. All right, let's get these wheels done. Let's get these tires popped in. All right. And bam, bam, bam. When did you first start building Lego? Oh yeah, and no caps, please, all caps. I first started building Lego way back when. I honestly don't, I mean, I must have been 5, I think. I think 5 years old, because the way I remember it, I remember building Lego right when I moved into a new house when our family moved, and I was 5 when our family moved. Maybe I was 4. No, I think 5. I think 5 is a more accurate answer. So, and it was never sets. I didn't even know, like, I didn't really have the concept of like a Lego set. It was really just, oh, all these gigantic pieces in a bin. Let's just take a huge pile of these parts and just pour them out. And you could kind of get the implication, oh, there's some pirate stuff. Oh, there's some space stuff. Oh, there's some stuff for a city. But I never really like had the idea that that's how it worked. That you would just buy sets and stuff. And so that's how I built Lego for years, was just from a big pile of parts. And it was just making spaceships and, you know, designing. I remember it was a lot of designing missiles and bombs and stuff for spaceships. That was a huge thing. Like having a folding hatch that came from your ship that would drop like a smaller ship, or a folding hatch that would drop a set of missiles or bombs or something. That was really what the goal was. I remember as like a little kid, just wanting to build that kind of stuff. So I still have a soft spot for speeders and stuff, and for spaceships. Because I think a lot of it too was we had a lot of those Ice Planet sets. Oh, nice, a nice sleek front bumper to that. And it looks like we're just going to be building, yeah, the whole front bumper is going to be a completely separate entity in and of itself. So let's get this thing going. Shouldn't be that much left to do, actually. But yeah, 5 years old I think is about right. And then of course there's the Dark Ages, the time when you sort of grow into other things and you start building other things. I remember it progressed into model building. You'd sort of do the classic hang your model from a high point in your room until eventually you're playing and you accidentally knock it down and then you smash it everywhere. Or you get into firecrackers and you want to see if you can blow up one of your models. I think I did that once or twice. So that was always a fun thing to try out. Yeah, but the model building was cool because you could get way more detailed with that stuff. But unfortunately, you know, you'd have to follow a very specific set of instructions, and you could only make exactly kind of what came from that model, unless you were really ambitious and you wanted to, you know, take several models and start trying to fit together the plastic molds, but that is easier said than done. I don't think I ever tried that, actually. Here we go. Number 9. So here we go. This is pretty much the last of the stickers here. Getting all the detailing for the front of the Bugatti. And now I feel like this actually would have worked better if we had a blue backdrop for these stickers. Because you can always just see a few more air bubbles or slight fingerprint pieces, and they get stuck underneath. So yeah, that is one thing that I kind of wish this set had taken, you know. I can understand why it would be a clear bit of sticker detailing for, okay, here we go. I can understand why it would be a clear sticker detail if we had, for the side windshield part here, but no, I would totally prefer having, colored backdrop stickers. They look a little nicer on the Lego. And here we go, this is the last one. Very iconic part of the car. There it is. Yep, and it even says Bugatti in really small letters. I'll zoom it in at the end of the build, but it does say Bugatti right in the front there. Really detailed stuff, and this is going to build up towards the undercarriage. Is that it? Is that the? Yep, that is it. Boom! We just finished, guys. We got our driver. We got our things here. Okay, and moving out the spare parts. Alrighty. And let's zoom this in. We could definitely get this bigger. Alright, let's move this in. Let's go in for the final review. Oh yeah, that's good. That takes up pretty much the whole frame. I'm gonna hit this button. Alright, so here we go. We've got the Bugatti Chiron. This is set number 75878. It sells for $15 in the US, 15 euro, or 13 pounds. And generally speaking, that is a good part to price ratio because the part count is 181 pieces. So it's a little bit above average, not by a huge portion, but we do get a couple of pretty new parts. I'll show off what is technically new. So this finger. This single piece here, that is a new mold. It came out in this color. It also came out for the Ford set, the Ford GT set, and you know, you get the alternating wedge piece because these are not the exact same pieces. They come in pairs in order to make that angle work, and you get them in black for the first time in this set. Yeah, you see that light reflecting? Yeah. Okay, yeah, this one and this one here. So these are new pieces. Other than that, those are the only new pieces. But look at the detailing in the back here. That is, I think, the first time I've seen a rubber band piece used in a Lego set of this size. It's just for decoration. It's just for detailing. We have a nice thin little red strip, and it kind of points out. I'm actually a little nervous because it rests on top of these little pieces. Wow, it's all in black, so you can't really tell what I'm talking about. But it rests on top of a part that doesn't actually hold it on there. So if you were to pull this up, you might end up detaching your rubber band. It wouldn't fly out entirely, of course, because it runs through the car. But yeah, there is, maybe you could mess around with that and accidentally knock it out. We have a spoiler in the back. You can flip it down. Generally speaking, I think this is really the position it's supposed to be in. And this underside, well, it's not really the underside, this back area has this nice piece. Usually you see this part in green, and it makes up some sort of well-manicured bush in front of like a potted plant or something like that. But here we have it in black, and it makes up this little sort of fin separator, and in there we've got a couple of lightsaber pieces that make up that exposed bit of engine. Looks good. I like the look of that a lot. Yeah, it's very sleek, very smooth. This is sort of that iconic air intake that we get from the Bugatti Chiron, sorry. So yeah, it is really, there's a lot of smooth angles. It really comes in. They even leave a little bit of flat space to kind of, I think that sort of accentuates the curve. There is no curved piece back there, but really it should be curving all the way in. And that little bit of extra space really does make it look like you've got some massive air intake. Let me pull it back a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And so you've got one long, smooth line that matches up with some flat tiles down here at the bottom. And then you've got a sticker that actually comes across this printed top here. So it really does make that arc that comes all the way through, which is part, of course, part of the Bugatti's look. So yeah, that's the most important part of the car, I think. In order for it to become really, really recognizable, that's the most important part that they had to get right. And I think they got it right. And personally, I like that they left some exposed studs at the top. I do like the sort of, snot technique, studs not on top. That's the acronym, where it just looks all completely smooth. But personally, you know, I think this is good. This is good. It kind of reminds you, yeah, it's still a Lego set, but everything else here, look, that is very smooth. All stickers in the front. I think they had to make that sort of sticker sacrifice in order to kind of keep everything looking clean and fun, and they didn't want to. I think this actually adds to the look. Of course, everybody prefers prints, but I think the shape that they made for the front bumper, really nice. It's all smooth. This line matches up sort of this curve for the front, and then we have these sort of two different layered back areas for the bumper. So got a great looking shape for this car. Let's get the pilot in there, or let's show him off first. So this is our Bugatti driver. Pretty standard looking face as far as I can tell. Look at this guy. Let me take this out of his hands. What's on his face? He's got pretty confident dude. Almost casual. Nothing on the back of his head, but he does have Bugatti written on the back of his driving suit with the logo, and then the smaller one towards the front chest. That's a pretty standard design, and some subtle black detailing that shows, you know, the zipper that would go up the front and the collar that goes around the neck. Pretty standard. No special helmet, just a regular blue helmet. And this is his wrench piece. Now, before I put this guy into the thing, I would just want to show off one thing. I know people probably know this, but this is something that I think is worth pointing out. This comes in most standard Speed Champion sets. We have another set of these guys, the rims. And when you put a rim into this car, it is like not easy. It's really not easy to get this thing out. So what you really do, this wrench piece is actually very useful, and I think you're supposed to use it to get your rim out. You can stick it right in between these openings, if you can do it properly, of course. Sorry, I'm not showing it off. I'm like concentrating on trying to get it out. But there is a way to do it, and I'm pretty sure the wrench, oh wait, hold, sorry. You're not supposed to stick the wrench in that way. You put the wrench in this way. Sorry, let me show that again. Yeah, you put the wrench in this way. There we go. And that's the way you do it. So if you're sort of killing yourself trying to get that thing done, that's the way you're supposed to remove your rims. I remember I didn't know that. I didn't look through my instruction manual well enough the first time, and it took me forever trying to get rims off to switch them out. So that's something worth trying out. Anyways, so this is the standard rim that they recommended in the manual, but I don't think it matters too much. This is the alternate version. Pretty standard. Okay, let's get this guy in. Let's get the driver in, and boom. All right. First of all, here's the interior before the driver gets in. Nice light leather. I'm going to assume that they wanted that to be sort of leather detailing, a leather interior. Yeah, no printed or whatever. Like no printed, no stickers. There's no detailing for actual control console pieces. Just the standard dude in here. And here we go. All right, so let's get this guy in here. And there we go. Sorry, I put him in there. That looks pretty good. And I didn't have to really lean him back. I just kind of plopped him in. Let's see if this thing closes. That's always, yeah. See, it actually bumps up just a little bit. What you want to do is make sure that this guy is leaned back completely, 100% leaned back all the way, so his head is pretty much touching that backboard. And that's what's going to allow you to close this thing all the way. It's kind of annoying that that it works like that. But at the end of the day, this thing is just incredibly space efficient, and so I think that's why that you really do have to make sure that your minifigure is sitting down just the right way. He can't be leaning forward a little bit like that, or his head is going to be knocking in there. But anyways, that is it. That's the whole set, aside, of course, from the 3 traffic cones. Simple as traffic cones get. It really doesn't get any simpler than that. Let me zoom this camera out just a tad. All right, there it is. And that is actually the entire set. So we've got our Bugatti Chiron, the separate rims, 3 traffic cones that you can use. It's for setting up an obstacle course. I do wish that it came with more. That's the one thing I kind of wish. There was a standard 3 traffic cones set that came out a year or 2 ago, and I was like, it should have done more. They'll do more next time, but they didn't. It's 3. It's still 3. This is the build. Great build. Lots of parts for such a small, not that small of a car, but for the scale. Lots of pieces in there, but it really does look excellent, and I think it is good bang for the buck in terms of parts. There's a few new parts, especially those little corner wedge sort of tile pieces that we got. Yeah, and that is my take on the set. I say it's above average. Certainly a good car. I like it a lot. Let me move it back down to this. So, anyways, that's it for this set review, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the little episode. I'm trying to keep them a little bit shorter. I don't think Mike or I really want to be doing huge, long live streams, but we're probably going to maybe next week. This is the last live stream of the week. We don't do live streams on the weekend. And either next week, probably the week after, Mike and I are going to be building that huge Ghostbusters Firehouse headquarters set, the massive one. So that's probably going to be another really long live stream. But before then, it's going to be smaller sets, maybe a little bit bigger than this. I've got a few more Ninjago sets, actually some larger Speed Champions and stuff coming in later. So that's happening. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us during the live stream. I hope you enjoyed everything, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, we'll see you next time at BrickVault. All right, let's move on.
Bye.